Hi everybody, welcome back to Amber Marie and AZ. I hope you all enjoy this very short, hopefully short visit. As you can see, sort of, I have, here, I show you. Spirit today is with me. I know you guys get a kick out of seeing the puppies. So, I have Spirit here, I have Snowflake over here, and Ladybug's on that corner, and the other two are in with their dad. So, if you hear a bunch of noise in the background, it is my 4-year-old pain in the neck grandson. But we're here for an update and Stitchy kindness, and that's pretty much it. So, I think everybody who watches or looks at what I'm doing on Friday Off the Grid knows that I'm concentrating on getting In Harmony done. It's very, very important to me because June 11th would have been Snowy's 19th birthday this year. And June 20th would have been Frosty's 10th birthday this year. They passed away 2 years ago. And this piece I had gotten while they were all still alive was meant to be about them. Thank God Chrissy is still with me. So, at least some of her happiness is still in there. It's not just about sadness and memories. And the cute thing is, every time I go to stitch on her picture, magically she comes in and lays down next to me as if she knows I'm doing it. So I'm going to show you where we're at. It is on my scroll frame. So I'm going to scroll it down so you can see. But it has come a very long way since you all last saw it. Okay. So this is the bottom of it. Oops, let me turn it the right way. And you can tell the picture of Chrissy is almost done. All of this is filled in. It's hard to see, but because it's like a navy blue blended with gray, so it looks navy blue. But only thing left to do in her is the white, and the only thing, thank you Nick, the only thing left to do on Snowy, on his face is the white, and I have to finish his mane and finish Frosty's mane today. The reason she looks so dark, even though she was a white baby, is that she's in shadow, and you'll see why. So Frosty's face is complete, except for the white around the outer edge. Almost all of Chrissy is done. Snowy's face is almost complete, and I have to fill in the moon. The goal date is to get this done by June 11th. But it has 100 French knots for snowflakes. All of the tree line is done. And the only part on this that is not fully stitched is right in here between the puppies. Right here. The rest of this is a full coverage piece. And it's 200 by 150. So it's a pretty good size piece. So there you go. That's where In Harmony landed at. And you can see I've got my needle in working on Frosty. Thank you, Boo. That's my son.
Hey, guys.
So this is doing very, very well. And so far, I'm almost on target. I had an off night last night. As far as Mania went, I only started one further project than what you saw. And it is for a friend of the family's daughter. In fact, the young man who was kind enough to get me this bed, my new bed, for Mother's Day. Let me show you a picture, because I can't show you where it's at, because then he'll see it. So, it is this piece. So, and I've got part of the umbrella done. Crunchy Ada. Fun stuff. Alright, so the only things I did any progress on from Mania, because I'm really not worried about getting them done before In Harmony at all, was to add more to the two geckos. So, let me put it right side up. I got black in on the gecko, as you can see, from where you saw it last time. Now, this is tea dyed. I dyed this fabric. And the same with the other gecko. And they're very tiny, because they're going to go up in my living room between two of my dad's Native American pieces. Because he was part Cherokee. And here is the one that is going to be purple and teal and copper. Well, purple and turquoise is more like it. And I added the turquoise to it from when you last saw it. So, there those are. So that's my stitching update for my whips. Now, I think it was yesterday. In fact, it was yesterday. Go out, get the mail. And there's this. I had no idea there was a package coming. Cheryl McKinney in West Virginia. And she has a Flosstube. Please visit her. I believe it's called Tranquil Stitches. It's either that or it's her name, Cheryl McKinney. Sent me this package very unexpectedly. And I don't think she even knew my birthday is on the 13th of this month. So, the timing was kind of cute. So I opened it up, and there's this bag with a ton of floss, guys. Lots of floss. And inside the bag of floss was this sweet little card. I'll show you the front of it, because it's just really, really a cute card. I know it's backwards writing for you guys, because I'm doing the front-facing camera, but it's a really cool metallic butterfly. I just love it.
It's not backwards, Mom.
It is on there. She sent me big piece of Ada, because I'm one of the weird stitchers. I still stitch Ada and Monaco. And inside of it was this envelope filled with patterns. This one, I was shocked by all of this. But this is the other Winnie the Pooh book that when my daughter was little, when my youngest daughter was little, I had looked for, because it has a lot of piglets in it. So she sent me this wonderful P is for Pooh book, and it's got a couple of samplers, and this scene, which I love because my family's always referred to me as Tigger. So, love it. Plus, she sent me, I don't know how she could have known I collect teddy bear stuff, but I do. I have since I was 8 years old. And she sent me this wonderful package of bear patterns. And inside of it, there's a little pig for my daughter, and a little lamb, and a panda, which is really cool. And these two. You guys know I love my puppies. Love my puppies. And anytime I've looked for like puppy paw print patterns or anything like that, there's always a bunch of stuff in them I just don't like. But this one is so, so cute. And so she sent me this package of patterns. Just too cute. Look at that. So I will be stitching all of that and putting it up in my house. And then she had no way of knowing about this one. About 10 years ago, my husband and I were looking at different patterns because it was time for me to pick a new pattern. And I wanted to do another Teresa Wentzler because I really like Teresa Wentzler, which very few people know. And we had looked at the English Garden sampler, but it was already out of print, of course, and very difficult to find and very expensive if you could find it. And so I thought, well, then I'm just never going to stitch a sampler because that's the only sampler I've ever had any interest in doing. Look at this. Her English Garden sampler. I could not believe it. I am blown away by Cheryl McKinney's kindness. Oh my goodness. So, wow. That will be the sampler that I do. I'm not a sampler stitcher, but I love Teresa Wentzler's blended threads. Everything's so artistic and beautiful, and I've done her carousel piece, which I'm going to do again because it was in my storage unit that everything was stolen out of. So I lost all of my cross-stitch stuff, except, thank you God, I found out that all but one of my wolf pieces had somehow been with me instead of in that unit. So that is what is going on this week. There's not a lot, guys. I am focusing on getting this done, but I do have some very cool news. My children wanted to know what I wanted for my birthday. There's only one thing I wanted. I wanted to do my first Haid, and I'm very specific. There's only two that I want to do. One of them is called I Bring You Winter, or I Give You Winter, in which I have to then do a conversion to where the woman has auburn hair instead of jet black hair, because nobody in my family has jet black hair. But the one that I wanted first is called Spirit Wolf. Of course, you guys should know me. White wolves, it's the way it is. I got news from my son-in-law and oldest daughter today. They ordered it today for my birthday. So we'll wait for it to get here in the mail because I can't print out PDFs. And I really needed the large format because my eyes are going to crap. I'll be 48 on the 13th. And so, yeah, I got what I wanted for my birthday. It's the only thing I asked for. And I guess the kids are going to get together and try and figure out, you know, getting the fabric and the threads for it, because I want a specific fabric. Nothing fancy, just a 28 count, very soft, even weave. I like even weave fabrics. So, that is what I got for my birthday. I'm super excited. I know it's before my birthday and it's not here yet, but just getting the news that I'm getting it is super exciting, because In Harmony is almost done. And I have one other White Wolf piece, which I will be doing as soon as we get the fabric. And that's about it. I'm getting ready to beat dye some Ada. I looked up, because it's a very old technique, and I want to make sure how to set the beet juice in the fabric and get it as dark as I wanted. And it turns out the only thing I needed was white vinegar, and I have half a gallon of it in my house. So it works out very well.
We never use except to clean the coffee pot.
Wrong. I make barbecue sauce with it. Anyway, outside of that, everything has been very, very hot in Phoenix. We've already broken 110 degrees here. So it is miserable. I do not advise you come here this summer. It is going to be ridiculously hot. And I'm going to spend my summer inside stitching, because I can. My husband and family are just being very sweet about understanding I am not cooking. I am not doing housework until that's done.
Nick is cooking and doing housework.
So, yeah, my son is doing the majority of it, and my husband's not complaining. So, that's a good thing.
And he does dishes.
And he does the dishes. My husband's very, very sweet and does not make me load the dishwasher. So, the bending is not easy. What a lot of you do not know is how I ended up with my mouth the way it is, and the reason you see me in my bed when I'm on video. 18 years ago, I was hit by a drunk driver. And it did severe damage to my cervical spine right in the middle of my neck. And it has spread down my spine over the last 18 years. I have degenerative disc disease, degenerative joint disorder, fibromyalgia, I'm tachycardic, and I have a bunch of skin cancer. So each piece I stitch is a huge accomplishment for me. Now you understand why I have service animals, because I did get asked, why do I have service animals? I look healthy. I'm not healthy. I wish I still were. But it could have been much worse. I'm not upset about it anymore or angry, because I could have died in that accident very easily. I nearly did. And God allowed me to stay on this earth and finish raising my children. And because of that, I met my first American Eskimo puppy, Snowy, who is the big one in Harmony. Eventually, I hope to get one of the programs that I can scan in pictures of the babies and actually stitch their pictures. So, that will be third on my list of what I want. Well, fourth, because there's a pattern in England that I would just die for. I've wanted it for so long. Luckily, they're still making it, so I can just hope that, you know, maybe for Christmas I can ask for that. But it's very expensive. This Haid pattern alone was $30. So, they are not cheap, folks. But my goal is to finish it by my next birthday. So, we'll see how I do. And we'll see if I manage to get this done before Snowy's birthday. I think all the stitching will be done. I'm hoping that the French knots will be done. Back stitching, there's very little of it in this. It's mostly couch threads, and back stitching and couching have never bothered me. So, not a problem. And at that, I'm done for the week. That's it. For really the last 2 weeks. You guys are always in my thoughts and prayers, and I hope that everything is going well for you. Cheryl McKinney's new pup is doing very, very well. Their foundling, Penny Bell. She's doing very well with her. Apparently, she's a very sweet little girl. And I'm just glad that Cheryl was in the right place when Penny needed her, and Penny was in the right place when Cheryl needed her and didn't know it. And the two have found each other. Sometimes it works that way, and that's always a good thing. You guys have a great stitchy week. I will try to get another video out in a couple weeks, or when this is done. God bless. Happy stitching, guys. Bye-bye.